Good morning, students. In previous video, we have learned about how different fields of study is related with history and why knowing of their history is very important. So in this video, we are going to learn about applied history and our present. So dear students, people often ask that what is the practical value of history. So if you want to give answer for all that questions, then all the answers of that questions are given by applied history. Okay, so the visible and invisible relics of the past exist in the present. So visible and invisible means whatever we are now, it is just because of our past. Correct. So relics means signs. We nurture some kind of curiosity, attraction towards them. Just for example, see, we know that in Maharashtra there was a great king, we can say the great personality, just like Shivaji Maharaj. So whenever we are hearing about the great deeds of Shivaji Maharaj, so we are very curious, we are getting attracted towards getting information about Shivaji Maharaj. So that is what we get, curiosity and attraction. We wish to know more about their history because they represented the creative thoughts and traditions of our ancestors. And why we want to know these visible and invisible relics, that is signs of the past, because they represent the creative thoughts and traditions of our ancestors. Even if we want to know about our ancestors, our forefathers, so we will get to know that how our forefathers were having the thoughts, which gods and goddesses they were worshipping, which are their philosophy, which was their philosophy of life. So all such things we want to know, and that's why the curiosity have been developed. It helps in building the our identity. So whatever we are, this is just because of our ancestors, our past, and our identity, हमारी पहचान उनके साथ रिलेटेड है. द हिस्ट्री ऑफ आवर हेरिटेज लिंक्स अस विद आवर ओरिजिन. तो हमारा एग्जिस्टेंस क्या है, हमारा पास्ट क्या है, इन सभी बातों के बारे में अगर हमको पहचानना है, हमारी उत्पत्ति कैसे हुई. सो वी हैव टू लर्न अबाउट हेरिटेज. सो आवर हेरिटेज आर शोइंग आवर रिलेशन, our origin. So here heritage means important objects and qualities such as historical buildings and cultural traditions that have been passed from our previous generations. तो हमारे जो फोर फादर्स थे, उन्होंने जो भी बातें हमारे लिए आगे की जनरेशन के लिए कैरी फॉरवर्ड किया, वो सब बातों को जानना हमें बहुत ज़रूरत है. हेरिटेज मीन्स विरासत, वी कैन से. Then applied history is concerned with the preservation and conservation of our heritage. So this applied history is giving us information that how our heritage, how to be preserved and conserved, and how make it accessible to the people. Heritage management creates opportunities of employment, and there is one field in history, that is heritage management. So this heritage management is providing us the facilities of jobs. In brief, applied history can be described as understanding of our present. If you want to understand our present, then we must know the history. With the help of history and finding right directions for the benefit of our future. So you know, in past there were many incidents, there were many things happen. Their consequences, some consequences were good and some consequences were bad. So now in present, whatever bad things happen in the past, we are just leaving them, but whatever good things are there, we are holding them and we are passing on them, so that our future generation may get guidance to do something well. They may get inspiration, and that's why this is very important to learn the history. Now next is management of cultural and natural heritage. In management of cultural and natural heritage, So this subtopic, that is, first one is cultural heritage. So cultural heritage, some ancient buildings are there, some traditions are there, some manuscripts are there. So all things, this is related to the old things and how that culture get passed on to us. All these things have been discussed here. So cultural heritage, it is in the form of human creation. So all this cultural heritage have been created by the human being. So just like if you want to know about Taj Mahal, Taj Mahal is also example of cultural heritage. Then some artis are there, some oral traditions are there and their languages. Then some traditional knowledges are there. So we are learning about Ramayana and Mahabharata. That is also one type of cultural heritage. So this cultural heritage is of two types, that is tangible and intangible. So tangible means the things we can touch, we can feel. We can touch and we can feel also, जिसको हम महसूस कर सकते हैं, टच भी कर सकते हैं. तो ऐसी बातों को हम टेंजिबल में लेंगे. और इंटेंजिबल मीन्स हम सिर्फ महसूस कर सकते हैं, ओके, उनको टच नहीं कर सकते. जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, व्हेन एवर वी आर सिंगिंग प्रेयर्स फॉर अवर गॉड्स, so at that time what you are doing, can you touch that? No. So that is what intangible. So tangible cultural heritage includes ancient sites, just like earlier I told you, Taj Mahal, Elephanta Caves, Ajanta Valley, all these things. Artifacts, manuscripts, sculptures, paintings, etc. All these things can be included in tangible cultural heritage. Second is intangible cultural heritage. So that cannot be touched, but that can be feel. So let us see which are that. Oral traditions and their language. You know, many prayers of gods and goddesses have been passed on to us through our ancestors. Okay, that traditional knowledge. Do you know, in some societies or in some people, they have got some of the skills from their forefathers about that things. Social customs and rituals of celebrating festivals. See, we Indian are celebrating different festivals. So whenever we are celebrating that festivals, we are following some of the traditions, some of the customs. कुछ प्रथा परंपराएं हम फॉलो करते हैं और जो फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट करने का हमारा अपना अपना तरीका होता है. दैट इज वॉज इंक्लूडेड. स्टाइल ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स, जस्ट लाइक कथकली, different dance forms are there and they are related to our old heritage, that things. Certain traditional skills, communities, group who represent such traditions, customs and skills. So still there are some of the groups, those who are performing that old art forms, so that their culture should revive, we can say. वो उनका कल्चर जिंदा रहना चाहिए, इसलिए अभी भी कुछ लोग जो है वो उनको फॉलो करते हैं. जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, फोक सॉन्ग्स, फोक डांसेस आर देयर. तो ये सब करने की ज़रूरत क्या है? ये सब करने की ज़रूरत इसलिए है क्योंकि ये नहीं है तो हम नहीं, हमारा वजूद ही हम अगर भूल जाए तो हमारा एग्जिस्टेंस का कुछ मीनिंग नहीं रहेगा. तो इसीलिए आज के ज़माने में भी कुछ लोग, जो कुछ लोगों का जो ग्रुप है, वो फोक सॉन्ग्स बोलो, फोक डांसेस बोलो, फोक स्टोरीज बोलो, ये बताते हुए अपने कल्चर को पास ऑन करने की नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को कोशिश करते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट. नाउ सी नेचुरल हेरिटेज. सो नेचुरल हेरिटेज मीन्स द थिंग्स, द ब्यूटी ऑफ द नेचर, वी कैन से. ओके, द कंसेप्ट ऑफ नेचुरल हेरिटेज गिव्स इम्पोर्टेंस टू द थॉट ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी. See, everywhere in all the countries there is the biodiversity. Biodiversity is very important. Biodiversity is keeping, we can say, the beauty of nature alive. It includes the following things: fauna and flora. Fauna means this is related to animals, and flora means related to flowers and plants. Then ecology, ecological system, and geomorphic characteristics, which is crucial for sustaining the flora and fauna of particular region. So whenever we want to preserve and conserve this flora and fauna, then one type of geomorphical characteristics is important. Suitable atmosphere, suitable climatic condition is very important, and that's why we must learn about that. It is essential for the benefit of future generation to preserve our heritage. So whatever virasat, whatever heritage we have got from our ancestors, it is very important to preserve that, to conserve that. UNESCO, the global organization, has announced some directives with the objective of performing the cultural and natural heritage. So UNESCO is a worldwide organization. What is the work of this organization? This organization have given some of the directives, some of the principles, so that they could be able to promote the cultural and natural heritage, to preserve the cultural and natural heritage. This organization have given some of the directions, and on the basis of those directive, list of the sites and traditions are declared as world heritage, and there are some rules, we can say, to include some of the ancient sites, some of the natural beauty places as a world heritage. So whenever they are getting fit into that criteria, then they are that UNESCO organization is announcing that particular natural beauty places and ancient sites and some of the things as world heritage. The list of UNESCO's World Natural Heritage now includes Western Ghats. So Western Ghats, do you know, in Western Ghat in Satara district there is a Khas Plateau. Do you know what is the speciality of this Khas Plateau? This is a biodiversity hotspot. Means different types of flowers, different types of birds, different types of animals you can find out there. See, total 850 different species of flowers can be seen there. If you will go to that place, you would be feeling that just like you are in heaven, because everywhere there would be flowers, different types of flowers. 850 different species of flowers, different species of birds, and even there is one waterfall also. This is among one of the longest waterfalls from the India. So like this is in Satara district. It is also part of Western Ghats. So like this, UNESCO have included the Khas Plateau because of its natural beauty. So you can find out information about Khas Plateau on YouTube also. You will get to know that how beautiful that place is. So dear students, this is all for today. Remaining we will see in next video. Thank you very much.